this is sort of what my friend Tex has done in terms of sort of stats for the leaderboard. So you can see here that every 3 months they generally do a leaderboard, but they sort of cancelled the leaderboard around the time of I think it was December. Everyone sort of complained that December was a bit too soon, and they put it back and put it back. And I think they put it back because they wanted to put the 5-star in there, and that was the idea. Because you can see that the leaderboard points are going backwards. So this was the original leaderboard. So you can see there 74k um, for top 10. So that was the average sort of what people were scoring. Then you can see there 136k was the average for top 5 for Snapdragon. I think it was the last leaderboard that I actually competed in last April. I think that was it. Then we've got the July leaderboard for Ultimate Optimus, and it was 128k, and the top 10 went down to 68k, and you can see that every single bracket sort of went down from the last previous leaderboard. And then the next leaderboard, we had 113k for the top 5, 61k for top 10, just slightly lower for top 50, slightly lower again. All these brackets were slightly lower, apart from top 200, which actually increased slightly. But yeah, you can see like this is sort of going downhill, 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 and slowly going worse and worse. Then we've got the March leaderboard in for 5-star SG Jetfire. So the bot wasn't amazing. It was quite an average bot. It was okay. But 146k, you can see there, it jumped up by 30k per person. So really competitive. Top 10 jumped up to 78k as well. The top 50 still went down lower. Top 100 raised. Top 200 raised. So, overall, a very good leaderboard. And this is sort of like where we sort of left off. And Tex has not sent me over the new one yet, because obviously it's quite close by. But this 146k has become 200k. 200k for the top 5, which is absolutely crazy. That is what they would normally do, and the top 10 on top of that. Absolutely ridiculous because of a top 6 race. Now, whenever there's a top 6 race, it's always absolutely crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous in point scoring, and no one will back down. And that's what caused this at the end of the day. It was a top 6 race, but it's also the fact that the bot was very good. I've always said that the apes will make money if they bring out a good bot, and this sort of proves that. But not like this. Not like this. Absolutely crazy. You got to think that when I was doing leaderboards and it was 125k, you would pretty much set your whole weekend to one side. And even that's a bit silly. Let's be honest, that's a bit ridiculous. But it's set 126k to, you set your whole weekend to one side for it. We have sort of saying in psyops where we sort of talk, and the leader used to say like, kiss your kids goodbye, forget about your job for the weekend, send your wife off because this weekend is leaderboard weekend. That's all you're hitting. That's what we're doing. And this leaderboard was just next level. Scoring 200k. Normally, it might be one or two guys in psyops that would score that. That have got some particular bots to level or something. But yeah, it's just crazy expecting people to score 200,000 points and spend that sort of money. You're talking 5 SSB, you're talking $500, for one event. It's absolutely crazy what they are doing. And the apes have sort of said that, they can't go on like this. And it's not because they don't want the money. It's nothing that they do want the money, but they don't want player burnout, because they do realise that that one player might spend £500 on a leaderboard and then not even getting the top 5. Let's be honest, not even get the 5-star bot, because it's top 6 race, and the likelihood of those guys going, I'm never competing a leaderboard again, or I'm quitting the game, or something like that, the likelihood of that is absolutely ridiculous. It's so they're trying to keep hold of their player base by making them happy, not running them into the ground. That's very, very important. So they're looking at something else they can do, and I've said in the past that I'm not a big fan of leaderboards. But they need to do more of these sort of 2 million or 2 million point events with these sort of like, I think the 5-star combiners is a great opportunity to do that. They could bring out a part for each combiner. they could bring out a part for, and I've said this, that I think personally the apes will bring out, they'll make you get all 5-star bots for combiners, and I really do think they will do that. I don't agree with it, but I think they will. Personally, I said they should bring out one part, maybe Enigma combination. You can attach it to any combine you got at level 20, and it will give them a 5-star ability, say, and a boost in health and DPS, maybe. But then after this last weekend, I started a bit of a rethink and thought, well, maybe they need to bring out some 5-star parts in some way. I know there is Groove for Defensor they could use, but I don't think they're going to do that and bring out another bot in that way. But they could bring out a part for Defensor. I'm not actually sure what it is, but bring out a part for Defensor. And that makes Defensor a 5-star combiner if you have 3 of his bots. So you need 3 of his bots and this part, and that will make him a 5-star combiner. And I think that's pretty reasonable. Then bring the event out and make it a 2 million point event. Something like that to get a 5-star combiner. And, it still gives people the opportunity that, in leaderboards, or in the top 5, get that bot. If you finish 6th on 8 million points, tough luck. If you finish 7th on 8 million points, tough luck, the top 5. Whereas these events where it's like, 2 million points or even 3 million points for an alliance, at least if all 40s are going for it, you can get that. It doesn't matter who else is competing. It doesn't matter if 30 alliances put them points up. You're all going to get the prize. You're guaranteed it. And the Aces sort of touched upon that, saying that they want people to have some sort of guarantee. On one hand, I can't see them getting rid of leaderboard events. I'm not too sure because they've always liked leaderboard events as their sort of prestige big event. But they obviously can't keep running people into the ground like this. They can't expect people to put up 200,000 points and sort of take the whole weekend away from the game. And I know that either doing a 2 million point event, I understand that's still a lot of points. That's still 50k per player. I understand that. And 3 mil like 75k. Something like that. I understand that that's still a big ask, but you're gonna have maybe 30, 40 teams running for this. I know plenty of players that are in, Cybertron and below that would run this sort of event for this part because there's a lot of people I think that didn't compete for Mega are realizing now that maybe they should have, because even though it was a big event and a high, price and high cost in terms of bundles, that's nothing compared to the amount of 5-star shards you got to save up, and the 4-star Titan part. People are realizing now that these things are so important to the game. And although these 5-star combiner parts won't be the be all and end all, you'll be able to cope without it, but it will help a lot. And these top alliances will do that. I mean, I would gladly, compete in them sort of events, these 3 million events. But I don't really compete in leaderboards unless the bot is really good. So it's going to be interesting because these 2 5-stars from the previous leaderboard are going to be into the 5-star batches. What about chance events? Are those 5-star bots going to be into the same batch as well? Are they going to bring out 5? Well, that's even considering they're going to bring out 5-star bots into chance events. I don't think they are. I can't see it. But is it time for it? People are, not happy with chance events. They're not working. They're not enticing enough. The chance of getting a 4-star is super, super low. 3 stars are pretty useless. Even the 4-star is pretty useless to most people. So, again, they've got a problem in the economy. The economy is now set towards 5 stars. They've always said that they won't balance the game around 5 stars. They've always said that. But the game is balanced around 5 stars, sadly. It's not balanced around 4 stars anymore. People still want a team of 5 stars. And most people at the highest level have got a team of 5 stars. Multiple teams of 5 stars. So the game needs balancing around that. And you got to think maybe they'll go towards what China have got. China have got 5-star plus bots. So I don't know. I mean, do they make it so that you can sort of reset your 5 stars to level 50, say? But they get a boost, a massive boost in DPS and ability damage and everything else. But you start from level 50 again. I'm just sort of spitballing. But they've got to add something that helps you sort of level your bots more, other than just raising it to 67. That'll pretty much be short-lived. let's be honest, some people out there, some crazy people like Stay Puft, who's going 400k on the leaderboard, you know, his bots will max in a week. Let's be honest. So they need something else for longevity. For HQ 18, they need this game needs a lot of work. It really does, and I don't mean because it's so bad. It's not as buggy as you might think. They've addressed a lot of bugs. They have lately, and they are doing really well. The problem now is repetition. There's too much repetition in the game. Even in Titan Assault, like I said, I made a bit of a joke earlier that you drop your Titan and walk away because you just drop it and it beats a base, and then you go again, you drop your Titan, it beats a base, and you go again, drop your Titan, beat a base, and Zen farming, you drop your combiner and you drop a bot and you beat the base, and you drop your combiner, drop your bot, beat the base. Then you come to events and you do zone 14 or 15 and zone 14, and if you're doing Golden Lagooning, you get the idea. It's just so much repetition. Same events, same prestige events, same totalizer events, same leaderboards, same layout for the past 8 years. You know, they definitely need to address this, sort of give it a bit of life, add something in, add some new events. Add some new prizes, something new to chase, something new to do in the game. And I'm not saying add something else in. I'm not saying add another midweek thing. We've got enough to do midweek with raids and Zen farming and everything else. We've got more than enough to do. But what they can do is they can place weekend events. Replace one of them with something else. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button below, guys, before you leave. And if you want to see more content, you can hit the subscribe button below to never miss another stream or never miss another video. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.